You know it's okay to have a problem, right? Sheffield Recovery Community have made this film to remind us all that addiction can be beaten. Changing behaviours can be hard. However, we want to challenge some of the stigma still attached to the addiction and offer hope for people still out there struggling, whether that's with their own or a loved one's substance misuse. There is a life after addiction. It's a journey of progress and not perfection. Central to recovery is understanding how cycles of change work and using these to our advantage. This film shares our stories of recovery and change. If we can do it, so can you. It's okay to have a problem, and there's still time to change. We are the faces of recovery.
It was just a horrible life sitting there thinking, I've lost my kids through drugs.
I've gone through progression of every drug you can think of.
I was in the army for 22 years. When I came out of the army, I was already drinking quite heavily. And that progressed as I went through my civilian career.
All I wanted to do was cocaine, watch porn, just lock myself away from society. That's where it got me.
When I was at university, that's when my addiction started unfolding, really. But I didn't think that I had a problem because I was just doing what everybody else was doing. But then I came to the realisation that I was doing it a little bit more than everybody else.
I was a functioning alcoholic. The disease did progress.
Anything that got in the way of my drugs, I wanted them out of my life, and I just wanted to do drugs.
Living on the street, eating out of bins, picking dog ends up off the street. Yeah, it was just kind of, I can't believe I used to do it.
I just drank or spent or drugged everything away completely.
It was exciting. There was a lot of excitement to it, but that soon disappeared.
Before I entered recovery, our life it was very unmanageable for me. I just didn't know how to live. It was manic. I just didn't know who I was. You know what I mean? And I got to that point where I was close to killing myself. If I didn't, I think if I didn't get in recovery, I'd be either close to death or I'd be dead by now. You know what I mean? And I had to do something about it.
I knew I'd got a problem, but it was just having the guts to say that, yeah, I needed help.
Even when the liver consultant said to me, Stephen, if you have another drink, you will die. That is fact. My head was saying, I know where there is a bottle of cider that I have hidden. And I never ever went back to that bottle of cider. That's when I started recovery.
I've even had a doctor said to me, you'll be on it for the rest of your life, and I proved him wrong.
So from hospital, that was like the turning point for me. That was like, God, I need help here because I can't do it on my own. I just knew at that point that I didn't want to die.
I got sectioned in Middlewood Hospital, and it was the best thing that ever happened to me. I met the most incredible people in there. I actually realised, these nut houses are actually full of people who are actually broken for whatever reason, and they just need some space to recover. And I used that to my full advantage.
I was so close to ending it all. And I came here to the Archer project to see Kim. I spoke to her, poured my heart out to her, and God bless her, she gave me a volunteering job straight away. And I can feel the difference in me already.
I mean, where I've come from and some of the shit I've done, you know what I mean, and I've upset people, hurt people, and it's shocking. Yeah, I regret a lot of it, but today I've worked through a lot of it, and I am coming to accept a lot of it as well.
Walking past an off licence was just a nightmare. I had to divert where I used to walk. If anybody came near me that had drank, it was just like, I just wanted what they had.
So I went into rehab, done my 6 months recovery, And my family and everything was so proud of me that I thought, is right. And the worst mistake I got is I moved from rehab back to near my family. So then I started getting back into the bloody drugs, didn't I?
I would hear, in early stages, I would hear of friends relapsing, and I was jealous that they'd relapsed. And to some degree quite angry that they'd not asked me to relapse with them.
My first relapse occurred after about 18 months sober. Some of the triggers that have affected me, it's a nice day. It could be a case that it's a rainy day. It could be problems at work. It could be problems at home. It could be anything.
Oh God, when I lapsed, I remember my partner at the time, who was still my partner, coming in and he went, "You've had something." And I would try my best to be normal, but I really couldn't be normal. I was completely off my tits. And I just thought to myself, I've got this new relationship, fantastic bloke. What a fucking idiot. Why have you done that, you know? And that were enough, I think, you know, to think, actually, I've come so far. Why did I do that?
And after about 7.5 months, I went out one evening and I bumped into an old friend, and I was showing some cocaine, and I just wanted it, you know. Maybe I could go out there, maybe I can use cocaine again, drink again, go out there and do it my way, and this time I'm gonna get it right, and I'm gonna be able to use it weekends and go to work, and it's gonna be all like that. And within days, I was back in my misery.
There are still days where mentally we relapse, where we don't think, wow, wouldn't it be nice?
I've always used drugs or alcohol through all my adult life, and you know what I mean? It's first time in my adult life, I'm starting to know who I am. It's getting emotional now.
And it's what you do when you've had the relapse, what you do after that, what you can do with that. And what I did, I went straight back to a meeting, went straight back to recovery, learned from it, passed on my experience. That I needed that relapse. That propelled me. That few weeks of back in it all, in the middle of it all, then propelled me to today, to being clean.
I love recovery, everything about it. I love my own recovery. I love people entering recovery. I just love the fact that there's life after shit.
Recovery's a gift. I've got a gift that I want to share with people and help people. I want to pass it on and pass on a message. I've got a gift. You know, I'm so lucky to be in recovery, to be clean.
I have a belief and I have a faith, and that's important to my recovery.
I'd be lying if I said recovery were easy. It's not. It was an hard journey, going through some deep stuff what I had to talk through.
I've got so many people now that can trust me. Even before I went into rehab, my family would not trust me with nothing. They all trust me with the keys to the house now. They let me mind the kids and everything. Before that, they wouldn't trust me with anything, because before I went to rehab, anything that was worth money that I could sell to make drugs, I would take. But now it's nice to know that you've got trust in your friends and family, even people in here, to trust me now.
And whatever comes, I just take it on the chin, because nothing can be as worse than where I was. So every day is a kind of, for me, a little blessing. I just think today's going to be a good day. I've swam with sharks, I've hugged a crocodile.
I like being me. I left school with no qualifications. In fact, I got expelled 4 times from school. And now I've got a degree. I work in recovery field. And life, I love my life.
My current life at the minute, it blew me out of water. I didn't think I'd get to this point. I mean, I thought I'd die an addict.
If it wasn't for me volunteering here now, I'd either be back on drugs or dead, and that is 100% certain.
My life is a spiritual life. It's whatever I do today, I do for Christ, not for myself.
To be honest with you now, Monday to Friday I stay off drugs because I'm always here. It's the weekends. I've got to try and find things to do Saturday and Sunday, because that's when I'm sitting in the house and I'm depressed and I'm thinking, should I just get one just this one off. But I know they're all little triggers, the lies that you say to yourself, you know what I mean? Because I know one, it's never just the one. Just the things you say to yourself, and like if you're using, you just take one day at a time. You don't say I'm staying off it forever, you just say I'm staying off it for today. Because you never know what's around the corner. You just keep saying to yourself, today I'm staying clean.
Got a grin from ear to ear now, so I just love it.
I would say that recovery, in 3 words for me, would be freedom of choice. Because without alcohol, I'm free to make what choices I want to do, where I want to go, who I want to be with.
If I were to describe recovery in 3 words, the 3 words are peace, freedom, and being of service to others.
If I could describe recovery, I would say it's worthwhile, it's rewarding, and it's just the best thing that you could possibly do is get recovery.
If I needed to describe recovery in 3 words, which is really difficult, right, commitment, purpose, and belief.
Yeah, I get it now, do you know why the programme is set out how it is. I wouldn't have it any other way. You know what I mean? So I can feel tears coming now.
There is a certain element of appeal in addiction. There's a certain security within addiction because you are in control to a certain degree.
But going to rehab was the best thing I've ever done in my life. Oh, for me, it's making changes. It is very, very hard. But if it was, put it this way, if it wasn't for the Archer Project, I couldn't change. I couldn't, because where I live, there's so many people that I keep phoning me saying I've got pocket stuff and all that. So if it wasn't for this place, I know for a fact I'd be using again. It's just this place that saved me. They don't know how much they've saved me. Honest to God, they really don't. This place has saved my life so much.
You and I are far better than any drink or any drug, and there is a world of opportunity out there, and that's what needs embracing. Even in your darkest hour, in your deepest despair, there is hope for every single one of us.
How am I feeling about recovery today? Fucking awesome.